Hello everybody. Today I'm going to show you how to break up the evil coffee cartel. You know, those people that sell their cold coffees for like $15 a shot. We don't like them. Well, they're okay in a pinch. We're going to make some cold brewed coffee. Very simple thing to do. If you can measure, if you can pour, and if you can put something in the refrigerator and wait, you can do this. Very simple. First thing we have to do is get some grounds. Grounds come from beans. Beans come from trees in various parts of the world. These are, this is a medium roast Kona. Nice. You need a jar. These jars, I think I got 4 of them for like $5. Easy money. My ratio is 2 ounces of coffee to 1 cup of water. If you like it a little less stronger, you can cut back on it. Or you can add water to it when you go to serve it. Either way. I like this because it's a nice strength and you can go either way with it. You can still have that full, fresh coffee flavor and water it down just a little bit if you need to. Or cream it down or whatever it down. So, first thing we'll need to talk about is the grind size. I've seen, in doing my research on this, I've seen some where it looks like the beans are almost whole. I don't get a very good extraction when I do that. I have to extract it a long time, and usually it's kind of weak. So, we're just gonna make our own brew. So this jar contains about 4 cups. So I'm going to use, where's that ratio? 2 ounces per cup of water. So that makes 4 times 2 equals 8. Good. So I'm going to grind up 8 ounces of coffee beans. Here's my 8 ounces of coffee. Throw it in the jar. I'm going to throw in just a pinch of salt. Not much at all. And then I'm going to fill up this jar with water. I like using filtered water for this. My tap water is pretty good. If yours isn't filtered or bottled water, don't go with distilled water. That's just kind of blah. Filtered. Lid. I like to just give it a shake. Done. Now the waiting part of our program starts. This will take about 8 hours to 12 hours. Don't go more than 24 hours on this. I usually go about 12 or so. This is going in the refrigerator. Okay, this I didn't just make. This is one that I put in the refrigerator last night before I thought I would do this. Now we've got an issue here. And I am going to reset the camera and I'll show you how we're gonna strain this out. I've got a special little rig. However, if you've got one of these, French press, it works really well. You may not be able to do as large a quantity as you will in some of these jars, but it works in a pinch. And the best part is you don't have to strain it. Hold on. Now we have to deal with separating the grounds from our coffee. So I have another jar, identical. Pretty, isn't it? This rig funnel, this came in 2 for $3. That goes in there. These are cone style coffee filters. These were, I think I got 120 for a couple bucks. You just open up the cone, put it in the funnel, and we'll just start pouring this in. This is going to take a bit. Yeah, that took a minute, about 10, but still. Nice part is a lot of it stayed in the jar. Now this you can use if you got roses. Roses love this coffee grounds. Or throw it in your compost bin, or throw it in the trash. Okay. So I yielded about half. Well, I think I put about 3 cups in there, 3.5 cups. The grounds are always going to hold on to some. Now, let's make a few drinks. Hold on while I set up. First drink I'm going to make is called Thai iced coffee. Very simple. It takes sweetened condensed milk, pour that down in there a little bit, just on the bottom. If I had to guess, that's maybe a 1/4 cup. I take a little bit of cardamom. This stuff is strong stuff, so it goes a long way. Just a sprinkle. Amaretto. Like 3 or 4 drops. Throw some ice in there. Our coffee. I want it to kind of float on there for presentation's sake, so I'm going to grab a spoon. Or 3. But just I want it to sit up on top of that. Just to give it that layered look. And then I'm going to top it off with, all this is cream, a little bit of agave nectar, and I just beat it. It's, you know, it's not even the soft peaks yet. I just beat it until all the big bubbles are in. I just wanted to get a little air in it. And I'm going to put that on top. We'll garnish with just a little more of the cardamom. A straw, a stir. You got a nice little refreshing drink. For those of you who are under 21, I hope you enjoyed it. Come back next time. We'll see you. I'm going to go on to some more adult beverages. I know there's a few adults out there that don't appreciate or cannot have adult beverages either. So, you know, feel free to watch. Those of you under 21, I'll see you in the next show. Oh, and just before you leave, don't forget, like, share, subscribe, smash notifications, leave a comment, all that stuff. Smash all the buttons. And now I'm going to go make some adult drinks. All of you underage viewers off? Good. You better be. We're not going to mess with underage drinking here. Okay? That's all I got to say. So we're going to start off. One of my favorite hot drinks and coffee drinks is an Irish coffee. Again, it's 90 degrees out. We've got all the windows closed, no air conditioning. because there's a thunderstorm going through. We need something cool and refreshing. So we're gonna make a cold brewed Irish coffee. We'll start off with, it takes a little bit of sweetener. You could use a simple syrup, but I find it just as easy to use agave nectar. That's maybe a teaspoon and a half. Just enough to cut the bitterness, whatever bitterness is left. Irish whiskey. An ounce and a half. Why do I like agave nectar? It dissolves in cold liquids. What's not to like with that? Throw some ice cubes in there. Top it off with our coffee. And some of our not fully whipped cream. Just float that on top. For garnish, I like just a touch of nutmeg. Just grate it right on. There you go. A nice, cool Irish coffee. Let's make a martini. Sound good? First step in martini making is always chill the glass. This is an 8-ounce glass, and my proportions are going to be based upon an 8-ounce drink. So first, I'll put some ice in here and let this chill off to the side. Got my Boston shaker here. Put a nice amount of ice in there. I think I got 12 cubes or so. Vodka, ounce and a half. Orange Liqueur. We'll give that a 3/4 of an ounce. And about 4 ounces, yeah, I measured it, of our coffee. Put on the top. Give it a shake. Dump the ice from the glass. And we break the seal on this. And we just pour our drink into the cup glass. There we go. What goes really good with the coffee drinks, of course, is our whipped cream. So I've got just a few dollops. Enough to cover the top. And garnish for this. This is just some orange peel that I dry. Take an orange, zest it with this. This is a microplane. Dry it out on a paper towel, and then just sprinkle this on. Kind of grind it a little bit with my fingers. But this is our martini. Again, I love coffee, and coffee loves me. Cold brew coffee, very simple to make. It's almost as easy, if not easier, than regular coffee. The hardest part is waiting around for the full extraction. And that, if you make it overnight, uses a finer grind, it should be ready by the morning. And remember our proportions here. One of the things that I like to do also is forget about recipes, learn proportions. So 2 ounces of coffee, 1 cup of water. You want to do 4 cups? Well, multiply that by 4. That's the way a chef thinks. Now I think I'm gonna enjoy my cocktail. Cheers.